my gorgeous Sagittarini, like, oh my God. Now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because what you need to understand that at the beginning of this week, you are going to have such a positive change in your life. You are going to have a really positive change in your life. This in itself is to do with your hard work. This in itself is to do with things that you've put so much of your precious energy towards. You know, it's to do with you contributing towards something with your own energy, okay? And this positive information that you are going to have, you know, you're going to find this very rewarding. So at the beginning of this week, you can expect this unexpected achievement in your life. This is not going to be like major, this is not going to be like huge, but it's going to make you feel really, really good, okay? So it is going to be an achievement. It's not going to be huge, but let me tell you something. Listen, it's to do with an aspect of your life that means to you so much. Yes, you are going to have this big achievement, my gorgeous Sagittarian, this achievement, sorry. To you, this is going to be big, but it's not going to be huge. But I will tell you why. Because this achievement that you're going to have, it's going to be an achievement, but it's not going to be massive, okay? But this achievement is going to mean to you so much, because right now it's not only as such about this achievement, but it's about this risk you are going to be able to take. And it's to do with an opportunity you were already aware of. And this is why you're going to be so excited, because only now you will be able to take this opportunity on. And you know, like, oh my God, how will I know which opportunity this is? Trust me, you will know which opportunity this is, because the moment in time you have this news and information, this realization, you know, this like kind of achievement. It's not huge, it's not massive, but it's more about this opening your eyes. You will see things for what they are, and you will know exactly what do you need to do right now. So this in itself, it's more about this clarity. Now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you will know most certainly that you are on the right path and you are doing the right thing. This is going to be on one hand really personal to you, because I can see that you've been worrying about it for a while. But then on another hand, you know, this is like the whole new stage. It's about to begin, and this is why you're going to feel so excited. And you know, to be quite honest with you, you were feeling something is coming. You were feeling something is coming, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You were feeling clearly something is about to happen, and this in itself is going to make you aware of exactly what that is. But then again, it's to do with like what means to you so much. It's to do with your work, it's to do with your passion, but also it's to do with other things that are going to be revealed at the same time, which are going to bring so much clarity and truth when it comes to this stage of your life. Because at the same time, this is the part of this really powerful direction that you have actually found yourself at. But only now you will have one of the probably biggest confirmations of your entire life. This in itself, it's going to be like a big, a beautiful, spiritual experience you are going to have. To be quite honest with you, this in itself, it's like a one big spiritual experience you are going to have seriously at the beginning of this week. And you will be like, you're gonna feel so good, and you will know that, you know, now there are just certain changes that you're gonna need to make in your life. That's imminent. That's imminent. You will know that there are certain changes you will need to make, my gorgeous Sagittarian, and this is going to be absolutely imminent. But at the same time, this is going to be so obvious, and that's why you are indeed going to feel so excited, my gorgeous Sagittarian. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, and also when it comes to the beginning of this week, listen. When it comes to the beginning of this week, there is something that has come to an end in your life. You really need to be honest with yourself. Whatever this is right now, it's restricting you. Something has come to an end energetically and karmically. And whatever this is, it's restricting you. But now at this stage of your life, it's also making you feel rather frustrated. Something has something has kind of come to an end. And also at the moment, and this is just making other aspects of your life a little bit more difficult, almost as if you're doing two things that maybe you shouldn't be doing two things. You should focus on one. That's what you need to understand, okay? And also, when it comes to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, you are really seriously, oh my God, it's about this important conclusion. This conclusion you're going to have at around the midweek. It's gonna happen after you end up having such an intense conversation with somebody very close to you. So you're going to have an intense conversation with somebody very, very close to you. Maybe your partner, maybe your family member, maybe your best friend, I don't know, somebody who you normally talk to. I can see like a positive energy. And you will talk to this person about something really specific, about certain personal things, and conversation is going to end up to be really deep, you know, and you are going to realize that through that conversation, you're gonna come up to some kind of conclusion. What do you need to compromise? What do you need to compromise? You know, you will realize that there is a certain compromise you are going to need to make, but you having that conversation with that gorgeous person in your life, it's like you gaining an insight and having this confirmation, because it's to do with somebody you get on so much with, but that particular person is also rather spiritual indeed. So it's just the beautiful contribution of energy from that, you know, side, from that particular person. It's only going to kind of make things more crystal clear when it comes to you, because very often the certain people who are very close to us, they, you know, it means to us what they say. You know, of course it brings us down if they don't agree with what we do, but of course it elevates us when they clearly understand where we're coming from, and most importantly where we are going towards. This conversation is going to be super beneficial when it comes to you making this when it comes to you understanding, you're going to come up to this conclusion: which compromise do you need to make? It's like about you making some kind of a compromise, but then again at the same time, this is no longer a compromise whatsoever. I do not see this as a compromise whatsoever, because I'm sorry, you know, lots of people are like, oh God, I need to make a compromise. No, baby, no. When we make compromise, it's normally to do when a certain stage, certain aspect of our lives has come to an end. So you just have to see it from a different angle, and most certainly you are going to, because you're going to be so excited to kind of move on from this aspect of your life that has come to an end a long time ago. So you are going to have this reason to celebrate, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, you're also going to have this strange omen, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You're going to have this strange sign, and this is like, wow, I'm not surprised that we're going to have so many signs and so many omens when it comes to the months of October. In general, it's very spiritual. It's when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. It's not only about the 31st, but it's about the energy in the whole month. It's like opens us up. We become more intuitive. We understand things from a completely different angle in terms of our own spirituality. We have a very unusual ideas and realizations, but especially when it comes to like paying attention to signs and indications, it's just something that we must not kind of miss out on, because the moment in time we become aware of some kind of a sign or some kind of an omen, especially when it comes to the months of October, we just get like boom, 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 certain sharp messages immediately as soon as we kind of come across this. And what I've noticed when it comes to October, it's again to do with an animal being like some animal taking this role of being a messenger, which happens ever so often. Certain birds are naturally messengers, like crows and, you know, like ravens and things like that, like foxes and certain animals are. most certainly like always bringing messages into our lives, but when it comes to like omens and signs and messages that happen throughout the months of October, we just we realize very sharply things we don't normally realize, and you're not the first sign that this is going to happen to. Like for example, you're going to see some kind of unusual animal at around the end of this week, and you will make a connection. That animal is going to be looking at you, and you will be looking at that animal, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And you will, the different thing is going to be right now that you will be able to notice, like for some reason, what this animal is like kind of thinking. You will be like very telepathic when you see this animal. So you're going to make this eye connection with some kind of animal at around the end of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And the moment in time that happens, you know, first of all, you will understand what this animal is kind of feeling or thinking clearly. Maybe you will think this animal is hungry, and you will just 100% know this animal is hungry. Maybe you're going to think this animal is nervous and thinking about something specific. This animal most certainly is going to be thinking like that, exactly how you're going to be reflecting on the way this animal is going to think. But also at the same time, most importantly, my gorgeous Sagittarini, most importantly, the moment in time you see this animal, the moment in time you make this eye contact, you're also going to have this realization that, you know, you're also going to have this realization, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you are just suddenly gonna remember some kind of idea you've had, some really crazy idea, some really important idea. Suddenly you are gonna remember some kind of idea that you've had, and you really forgot about that idea. You weren't, you know, this is crazy, but you weren't meant to know, you weren't meant to be consciously aware of that idea throughout this time, from the first time you've had within the last year or so. I know it sounds crazy, but you were meant to kind of have this idea, forget about this idea, get a certain experience in your life, and then return to that moment, that magical moment. This idea is gonna, oh my God, it's gonna be magical. This idea will change your life. So that's the idea you're going to remember. And even if you do not come across this like animal, you're also, or then if you do not come across this animal as an omen, you're just going to feel drawn towards something really specific, something completely different to this idea, and somehow you will be reminded of this idea. So this is something that is going to be ridiculously wise for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards. Oops. Sagittarini, there are like about 55,000 of them are like just falling down. Where is it? Okay, God help me now. Let's see, I think I've got them all. Come on, come to mama. Come to mama. Come to mama. Okay, so let's see, my gorgeous Sagittarini, what is going to be your oracle card of the week. Oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, is going to be, oh my God, surprise, surprise, empowerment. Empowerment. By the end of this week, you are going to feel so empowered. Oh, brilliant. And also, and your own empowerment is going to be your own guiding light, what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, where you should be investing your energy, where you shouldn't be investing your energy. And it's also, look at this, the beginning of something really beautiful. You're about to give birth to something so beautiful, so special, okay? Just remember that. If you need something to re-energize you a little bit, if you need something to pick you up like almost instantly, then I strongly suggest you, my gorgeous people, to get something like Crazy Lace Agate, which is absolutely perfect when it comes to promoting an instant happiness, when it comes to promoting vitality, and when it comes to grounding as well. This is absolutely like a perfect combination of things that are so necessary when it comes to our balance in general. Because at the same time, when you feel like really negative, when you feel really down, when you feel really sad, when you feel really spaced out, I mean, this life can be very, very difficult sometimes. I completely understand. But the problem is when we are dealing with certain things in life, then certain things have got like a negative impact on us. And our energy is like taken away from us without us even realizing. Sometimes we are so energized, sometimes we have so many ideas, sometimes we are so keen to do things, and sometimes we are complete opposite. When sometimes we are down, sometimes we are negative. So, crazy lace agate, it's absolutely perfect, specifically when it comes to us not feeling good, when it comes to us not feeling right. Especially when this has been caused by the certain, situations in our life, which is absolutely natural, absolutely normal. But we need to get on with our lives. We need to get on with our lives. So this is why crazy lace agate, it's absolutely brilliant, because it's instantly, and I mean instantly, going to pick you up. It's not only about happiness, it's not only about vitality, but it's about this energy that instantly like kind of picks you up so you can get on with your life. You know how precious this crystal is. Very, very powerful indeed. This crazy lace agate comes with sterling silver chain, okay? And the link to buy this is going to be above, or it's going to be within the description, in the description below, or you can simply go and see it's going to be pinned on top of the comments as well, where you can buy this gorgeous and ever so powerful pendant, crazy lace agate.